Hi, it's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today we are back with another DIY embellishment video. And I am also combining this with Stamp and Stencil Savvy, and there will be a playlist below in the description box. So, I decided to veer away this week from the Marjorie Ann designs that I normally do for my design team project. And I decided to work with all the AI generated printables that I've been sharing on my Facebook group. So everything that you will see today, you can go and find over on my group. It is in the AI generated folders. There's 2 folders. As of now, well, by the time this films, there may be 3. By the time y'all see this, I don't know. When they start getting around 500 or 600 photos in the album, I have to start a new one because it starts messing up. I think it's just overloaded. So today's prompt for Stamp and Stencil Savvy is to stamp on a journal box. So these are not necessarily journal boxes. They could be. But I went down a big old rabbit hole, or you could say a mouse hole. And it started out with a frame, and I know I've done frames before, and I love them still, because you can put your photo in it, you can put a piece of white cardstock behind it, and voila, you have a journal box, and add a little bit of decoration. So this started with my basic gray papers and the scraps from it, and I thought, you know what, I could just make my own Polaroid frames. So it's very easy to do. You cut it ever how wide you want it. You could actually look up the measurements of a Polaroid. I just kind of eyeballed it. And then you can, if you have a Cricut, you can just cut a square out of your paper and then trim it. You just want it a little bit bigger on the bottom. All the rest of the sides are pretty much the same. Or you could take a ruler and measure it out and take a X-Acto knife. My brain's not working, y'all. I'm getting ready to go have surgery. Like, I'm filming this like right before I'm leaving. So my brain's like, but anyways, you could take an X-Acto knife and cut your square out. If you have a square die, you could do that and cut it out. So lots of options. This is definitely a DIY. You do not have to have any fancy tools. I have even just kind of drew out my square with a ruler with a pencil, and then I just took my scissors and popped a hole in it and then cut around it. So, and it's not like perfectly, you know, but it's good enough for me. I did use my Cricut to cut these 2. No, Pip, get in your spot. And I used my Cricut for these 2. So, my plan is I have all of these stamps, and I like to usually like add a little sentiment. If this was a journal box, you could stamp in different words and then journal around it. You could make it part of your journaling. So like if you was telling something, you know, you like this one is a favorite memory. So you could stamp a favorite memory and then put of mine is yada 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 yada. Whatever. Seems like yesterday. Cherish moments in time. Here's the story. I love you most. There's all kinds of words. This one's a here's the story stamp of the month from close to my heart. I think the only thing I ever used on this was probably that. Well, it looks like I used that maybe once, but I used the tag thing. I have this one. It has lots of small words on it. All of these are close to my heart stamps. Well, all of these ones are. This one is a super, super old one from a long time ago. But it had, I was thinking Valentine's. Okay, y'all, I've been in Valentine's mode for weeks now. Ever since Christmas got over, I was on the Valentine's. Even though I don't really celebrate Valentine's and don't really do anything for it. Sometimes we eat tacos. My love language. But, so I was thinking of like love, you know, there's an XOXO, there's a sweet, there's a together. And then this one has different words on it. This one says I love you. These ones are Echo Park stamp sets that came with the monthly card kit. This one actually has a banner on it that could be done. But if you've been on the group, you know AI generated like a bazillion mice. Like a bazillion. Because I don't know why. They're so cute and I love them. Not in real life. I don't like them. I want them dead. All of them dead. But these little cute ones, especially with the overalls, they just get me every time. So, I was thinking, I'm going to show you guys the technique for the stamp and stencil part. But I want to show y'all where I fell down the rabbit hole of cutting stuff. Because if you have been over on the group, you've heard me say that I was... No, I don't want to use that one. I think I want to use this one. You'll hear me say that I posted a picture of me taking them to bed to cut them in bed. And they're stuck in my folder. I took the little transfer thing off of them. I was taking them to bed to fussy cut because, you know, why not? When you ain't doing nothing else, might as well do something productive. So I fussy cut a ton of stuff and all that, and I've used some of it. But everybody's been asking, how do you use the printables? How do you print them off? And all that. And I don't necessarily have a video for that. But I use, and everybody keeps asking if I use ChatGPT. No, I do not use ChatGPT. I use Bing Image Creator, and you just type in your prompt of your description. If you're really good at describing stuff, I'm not, you can get some awesome results. But I'm very basic. I'm very basic in my descriptions. So anyways, I AI generated a bunch of stuff, and all you do to use them, it does say personal use only over on Bing, so you can't like save them and then like print them on stuff you're gonna sell at craft fairs, things like that. You know, you might get in trouble. I don't know. I'm not the Bing police. But you just right click and save them like you would any other picture online, and then you just print it with your normal your photo stuff on your printer, like, you know, what size picture you want. If you want it like 8x10, 5x7, 4x6, you pick whatever. And depending on what size you pick, of course, will determine what size your image is. So if you print it at a whole page, you're going to get a much bigger image than, say, if you printed it at a 4x6. You're going to get them a lot smaller. So, all that to say, I fell down a very deep rabbit hole while I was working on this. I got these cut out, and I put this here, and I thought, you know what? I can stamp some little banners, and we can put some little words on there, and whatever, and make it love, and all this and that. Well, all the little mice that I started picking up was holding strawberries. If you've been around for a hot minute, you know, you know my love of strawberry things too, and mushrooms. And I like to use them a lot. So, I thought, okay, I'm running with this. So, I will show you in just a second as soon as I finish this. I probably should have got my actual ink out. I'm going to. I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to use my Close to My Heart ink. Because I don't think it's going to show up Distress Oxide on Distress Oxide is not going to show up good. I'm going to stamp that off. Okay, that looks cool. Oh yeah, I forgot I re-inked it lately, so it's really dark. Love you most. Alright. Good enough. I just want to show y'all this so I can get to what I deem the good part. Okay, so pretty much, like I said, this isn't really a journal box. That's what our prompt is this month, to stamp on a journal box. Like I said, these could be journal boxes if you didn't cut the centers out of them. And if you used what I'm about to show you in just a second. If you've been on the group, you saw that I generated a ton of things with Polaroid frames. So all kinds of mice and bunnies and characters and all kinds of stuff peeping out of Polaroid frames. So whenever I started this, because I was trying to think of something easy because I don't have a lot of time to dedicate when I'm about to leave, I was like, what could I do? I wish I wouldn't have stamped it in a super bright pink. But that's okay. This is just for educational purposes, we will say. So you could put this here. You could, like I said, if this was an actual journal box and had the white part in it, you could stamp out your words in multiple places and finish writing it in. You know, you could stamp this directly onto your journal box. Lots of different options, okay? So, is that not cute? That would be so cute on a page. Okay, so then I fussy cut more stuff. This is just today. So then I got playing and I decided I was going to cut out a title on my Cricut, and it just says Sweet Memories because it went with what I fussy cut, kind of. I mean, they're picking strawberries. Technically, that's sweet, right? So as I was building this, because look, this is one of the, I was going to say, this is one of the cut-off ones. That's cut off the side of the page. I can't fix it. It's AI. It's free. Don't fuss about it. Just make do. Like, use it like I am. Against the edge. Put a flower or something over it to cover it. Tuck it in. Whatever. But, like, you could use it like this. Okay? So that you can't tell that it's cut off. It looks like it's just sitting in the frame. Okay? So, have I said okay enough? Like, do you sense my excitement? Because I'm really excited about this. I'm already ready for surgery to be done and me be healed because I want to play now. Why did I have to find this in the nth hour? Okay, so I got playing and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to make one for an example and then I'm going to put one together with y'all. Well, so then I was like, okay, let me check out those other frames AI generated. Okay, so here's one of them. Is that not the cutest? I did cut the center out of the photo. Other than that, I didn't do anything other than cut it out. Okay, so then, look, lay this down. Imagine a 12 by 12 page. I don't have a piece handy, but here in a minute, I'm going to pop up all kinds of stuff on the screen for you to watch. So hang in there with me for a minute. Here's some more of the frames. These ones are just flower ones. They're just plain. But look, if you start stacking these in and stacking them in, think of this on a 12 by 12 paper. Look, put this here. And then I have all kinds of other little things. You could put your title. You could put a title there. You could put your little title down here. And then I have strawberries that I AI generated. So you could totally tuck them in here and there. And I also have arrows that I generated. I have bows that I generated. So look, let's add some bows. Here's a purple one. Let's put one here. Just because we can. And then, you know, add in some flowers here and there. Just think, if you added in some actual more dimensional flowers, or you added in some bling, added in some pattern paper for your background, and then your photos were in all of these, that's like 5 photos right there. And look, you could put an arrow, all kinds of options, okay? And like, here's this one. It's a cutoff also. Like, this is the edge that it cut off of. But if you change this up, look, you could take this little, is that not the cutest? Look, and then you could just put this little guy right here. Is that not so cute? Would that not be adorable with your babies picking strawberries, or even something in the spring? Like doing spring activities, or just because they're just so cute. And I mean, there's all kinds of options. So I'm going to pop it up and let you see all the options. I pulled out a piece of 12 by 12, just plain white cardstock, just to play with this and to mix it around some. And in about 5 minutes, I created pretty much 8 different layouts that you could do. And that was just, I was like, okay, I have to stop and move on. I have other things I need to get done, so I can't just sit here and play with this all day. But like I said, I'm super, super excited about it. And I cannot wait to be better already just to play. I'm doing a giveaway. So if you leave me a comment on this video and let me know what you think about it, are you excited too? I will draw at the end of the month, hopefully. And here's these little things I can even include, but I will give you all of this. Now, if you have a printer, I have the Epson printer, and it's amazing. I have printed for a gazillion years now. Not really, but I've had it, I know, a good 6 months probably, and I have printed thousands of pages, pictures, my actual photos, all these printable type things, and I've used about 3/4 of the ink. And I mean, it lasts forever and it prints really good. So I highly recommend it. I bought mine at Walmart. It is a, I think, ET2803. I'm pretty sure is what it is. But I will send you all of this right here shown. And then you have to show me what you make. No, not really. But I really would love to see what you come up with. This would be pretty right here as a double page if this was centered in the middle. And then you could do a little bit of mixed media if you didn't want to add any more pattern paper. You could add a little bit of mixed media and it would be stunning. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So, like I said, all you have to do is leave me a comment and I will send you all this. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you continue to enjoy my videos this month. And until next time, bye y'all.